Over the past several months, Democrats and the Biden administration have been highlighting money spent in New Hampshire, specifically the 2nd District, from a snow removal project in Berlin to rural broadband funding in multiple communities. That money comes from the bipartisan infrastructure bill. Do you think those dollars are well spent? And would you have voted for the infrastructure bill were you in Congress at the time? We start with you, Ms. Tang Williams.
Well, that's one of the problems I have with the federal government. When they talk about infrastructure bill, then you get big bills with tons of other things not related to the infrastructure there, and porks and special interest money. And the best way to do infrastructure bill is like have a clean bill and talk about specifics. And when you say bipartisan, to have a big government spending, and look where we are as a country, $30 trillion in debt on every citizen's head. There's a $92,000 debt. I talked to a young man today. He said, I'm 20 years old. I don't feel like I have a bright future in this country at the gas station today. How sad is that? So I would like to see federal government exercise financial restraint on how much money they're going to print and promise something that we don't have and we cannot afford.
Would you have voted for the infrastructure bill, though?
No.
Okay. Mayor Hansel, the question to you.
No way, no way. I mean, this is the same thing we were just talking about. These are programs, and this is spending that is meant to buy votes, and it's just inappropriate. It's not going to work, and we need folks that are going to push back against these types of spending bills. And frankly, again, we have to enable, encourage, incentivize our communities to take care of their own issues, not just provide photo opportunities for politicians in an election year. And I'm afraid that that's all this is.
Mr. Burns, the question to you.
So no, I wouldn't have done the infrastructure bill. There's probably some good parts to it and stuff that the federal government should be involved in, but there's a lot of boondoggle and waste and pork, as there always is. But I will say something about this. You know, one of the things I've always noticed is that urban seems to always be above rural. And the poor rural people do have it a lot tougher than a lot of the urban people. When we saw the COVID breakdown, you know, I would see these pictures of, you know, some children who didn't have internet at their home, so they had to go to the local Taco Bell. You know, if you're in the middle of Coos County, you don't have a local Taco Bell with Wi-Fi to go to. And that is unfair. And it is unfair how much we spend on the urban areas, and we've totally neglected the rural areas. You know, if I'm going to, you know, push comes to shove, you know, I'm going to be ending a lot of this pork spending, particularly in the urban areas like that. But at the expense of rural areas, you know, we're going to be fighting to if the money's coming down, we're going to be fighting for those rural areas as well. And you know, pointing out the attention that they are being left behind all the time because there's not as many voters there for the Democrats.